am so excited to talk to you guys. We are here and we are ready to have our best year yet. I cannot wait to get into today's topic today because today is going to be a big one, right? We're going to be talking about manifesting and talking about how to speak your goals into existence. Okay. Have you heard that term before? Love to know, have you started creating the goals for yourself? I know recently we talked about creating a vision board, right? I know it's kind of an old school thinking to get some pictures together and put it on a board, but it is so great to have some visuals together and at least start kind of baby stepping the goals that you want to set for yourself. And we only do it with massive action, right? And in order to create that massive action, we got to be able to visually see where we're trying to go, right? What are your goals? Let me know in the comments. What is your biggest goal? What is something that you want to accomplish for yourself? Okay, I'm really curious to know. I know we did a little bit of this last time, but I want to see it, right? I want to see you guys speaking that into existence. What is it that you want to accomplish for yourself? If you were able to get your vision board done, okay, this was our homework assignment last Monday, I believe. Make sure to post it, okay? Make sure to post it in the group. Share what it is, right? Make it an actual post so that we can all see it. We can all comment on it. We can all cheer you on. If you did your index card exercise, okay, the video that is under the Academy website, there should be a goal setting video. It's the index card one where you can set your multiple goals for the year, right? If you did that, also let us know if you were able to get that done, okay? I know I'll give you guys some homework assignments, and I know we have the holidays, so if you haven't had a chance to do it, that's okay, my friends. I know I enjoyed my time with my family. My sister came over and I was spending time with her. My brother is still here. He doesn't leave until the 9th. So it's just been so nice to spend time with family, see my nephews, right? So it's just been a great time to just kind of relax a little bit, spend time with family, use that time to kind of recharge a little bit and get ready for the new year. And guess what? It's here. It's here. Isn't that crazy? The new year is here and it's ready for you. It is just up to you to grab it and take it and then go with it. Okay. Go with it. Okay. So we're going to be talking about speaking your goals into existence, throwing it out there and creating those goals for yourself for the year. Okay. So number one, let me ask you a question. Okay. What is the number one self-development goal that you have for yourself? If you don't currently have one, I want you to start thinking about it. Okay. I want you to really start thinking about those self-development goals. This membership, right? You've got all of your content included. There's plenty of trainings out there to show you how to use your content. However, it's not all about content, right? Your social media strategy does not need to just rely on what you are posting. Okay. And that might be kind of like interesting to hear, right? Like, Janet, it's all about what you post. It's not, though. Okay. It's about the actions behind the scenes. Okay. Comment below with actions behind the scenes. That is what you want to focus on. All right. You have your contents available, right? There's more trainings that are going to come, right? To show you how to use content. Whenever we have something new out, there's always going to be a resource available to show you how to use it. However, now you got to start kind of cultivating the actions behind what you are posting, right? So let me ask you this question. What is your strategy going to look like for you to grow your business outside of just posting consistently? Okay. What does that look like? If you have no idea, that's okay. That's okay to have no idea, but it's time to start really cultivating your actual strategy. All right. So I'll tell you this. This is what I do on a daily basis, and you can take whatever you want from it. All right. Because I know some of us are in different businesses, but it all kind of funnels into like the same actions, right? Of course, you want to show up consistently. That's number one. Showing up on social media every single day. Or not for me. I'm not on every single day. I pick my frequency and I stick to it. Okay. And whatever frequency that means for you, that could be 3 days a week. That could be 5 days a week. That could be 7 days a week. Whatever it is, whatever you feel like you can stick to, pick your frequency and stick to it. Right. The second social strategy for you that I really want you to start thinking about aside from posting consistently, is how are you going to create leads for yourself? What does that strategy look like? Okay. Aside from just posting your content, how do you create leads for yourself? And the answer to that question is it really lies in the conversations. Okay. It lies in the quality of the conversations that you're having. I just had a brain fart. Quality of conversations that you're having. And then you need to ask yourself also, okay, so how do I have quality conversations? I can post the content. I can go ahead and get that posted, but how do I have quality conversations, right? How do I do that? Well, here's a tip for you, okay? Initiate them. Initiate, okay? You have to change, right? In order for you to be different, in order for you to want different, you have to act different. You got to change. You got to grow. You got to do something new. Do something that's going to stretch yourself just a little bit. And if you're not used to starting conversations, my friend, I would love to encourage you to practice. And here's the best way to get started if you're one that really struggles with initiating conversations, because it can come off spammy. It can come off really unwanted. You're scared of soliciting. You're scared of nagging people or annoying people or pushing your product down people's throats. I don't want you to think about all that, okay? Because there's a wrong way to do that that will equal out to that. And then there's a right way to do that that won't equal out to that. And in fact, would help you start harnessing and creating and nurturing better relationships, okay? Who would love to have better relationships where you're having back and forth conversation with people? You're helping to solve problems with people. You're helping people find solutions. How do you do that? You need to be intentional about your conversations, okay? So I will tell you one thing that I do that helps me consistently create conversations with new people on a daily basis. Okay. So one thing that I do is I make sure, and this is the easiest thing that you can do, along with posting consistently will come the views. They'll come the comments, the likes, right? The reactions to your content. Your goal, okay, and you can baby step this, is you can start creating 5 conversations a day. 5 conversations a day with everybody who has reacted and commented on your stuff, even viewed your stuff. Okay. Now, if you're wondering, or maybe that scares you a little bit, you're wondering how to do it, or if that scares you a little bit, we do have a business tracker that's included in your academy. This is an academy exclusive tracker. This thing, okay, that scares you is the reason that you can become a top earner in your company, okay? Because it's very intentional. The tracker basically gives you somewhat of a guideline to what to do, right? Your IPAs, your income producing activities, your daily method of operation, right? How to get consistent in those little things, those tedious things, right? That we need to be doing to push the needle forward, besides just posting the content and then crossing our fingers and praying that we're going to get that engagement. Because that's not an effective strategy, right? Hope is not an effective strategy. Comment that below. Hope is not an effective strategy. So what can you do to change it? I want you guys, if you haven't already, because I know we had a whole bunch of new Academy members join, which by the way, welcome. I want you guys to go through, download that tracker, okay? Take a look at it and pick 1 to 2 things that you're going to start doing in January, all right? And one of them needs to be starting 5 conversations a day. All right. Because I want you, not because I want you to be able to sell more. Of course I do. But that's like not the end goal, right? Not because I want you to grow your team, which of course I do, but that's not what the end goal of this exercise is. This exercise is meant to help you overcome your comfort zone and try something new that you might have not tried before. Okay. And I want you to be a human being behind this. All right. I want you to be a living, breathing human. Okay. So how do you start conversations? Guess what? There's scripts in the tracker. At the very end of the tracker, there's scripts for everything. How to initiate conversations, how to respond to stories that you've posted, how to respond to posts, how to hop into people's inboxes. And guess what? Most of them have nothing to do with products or business. They're just designed to help you create relationships, start building those bonds, start creating that bridge from you to the other person. Okay. So I want you to really kind of just decide. You don't have to do everything on the tracker, but I want you to start looking at it and to decide what 2 things do you want to start incorporating into your income producing activity. Okay. All right. So we're talking about speaking your goals into existence, but of course, ultimately, we're talking about how we can take our goals, right? The things that we want for ourselves. Some of you guys commented what your goals were and how we're going to create them, right? How we're going to make them possible. And the number one answer I can tell you is by taking massive action. Picking 2 things off of that tracker is taking massive action. And guess what? Next week, maybe I'll pop back in and say, hey, how did this week go? Right? Or maybe next month I'll pop in and I'll ask you, how was the last 30 days of being consistent, starting 5 conversations a day? Right? And you don't have to pivot to product, right? There are some scripts in there that show you how to pivot to product and business, but you don't have to. The reason why I have you doing this is, of course, to get you more comfortable and to try something new and try something that makes you exit out of your comfort zone. But I want you to also create that belief system. And the way to do that is by doing, right? Taking action and doing those little things, itty bitty things like starting 5 conversations. Hey, how's it going? To 5 people. And I want you to start recording those results. I want you to record who responds, right? What does that conversation typically turn into? Right? Pay attention to how the conversation goes. And I want you to also pay attention to what happens to your engagement on social media. Like, how does it change now that you're starting these conversations? Now that you're being intentional about this, how does that change your social media? Is your post more engaging? Are more people watching your stories, right? Do you notice that change? Are people responding to you differently, right? Are you getting more friend requests? Those are the type of things that I want you to pay attention to during this 30-day process. But listen, the only way that you're going to get those results and see that difference is by committing to yourself, right? Commit to yourself for the next 30 days. It's January 2nd today, right? So what, by February 2nd, is that 30 days? Maybe that's wrong. I know every month has a different number of days, but maybe 30 days from now, whatever day that is, you start to see that change, right? Or maybe you've solidified more relationships. Maybe you've made more friends. Maybe you've gotten more people into your VIP group. Maybe you did sell something. Maybe you're able to share a link about your business opportunity, right? I want you to experiment. Okay. We're in experimentation mode. This academy, this membership is meant to give you the content that's needed for social media, right? And of course, you get Monday Night Lives like this, where I come in and I give you the hoorahs, I give you the content strategy, or I have Paige, or I got Jennifer, or maybe anybody else, wink, wink, this year that I may be bringing on as a speaker to help, give you those strategies, help you build yourself personally, and give you those like different perspectives to help you start really honing in on a different strategy for the year. That's another perk to this membership. But I want you to start really thinking about your actions behind the content that is provided for you, okay? Because the content is there for you to use as a guideline. The content is there for you to use as copy paste, of course, as a template, okay? Because we believe in personally branding yourself. We believe in taking the content that's there and really making it your own, right? Of course, people follow you, not just the thing that you sell, right? Of course, we believe in all of that, but all of that is only going to take you so far, okay? Posting consistently will only take you so far. You have to start thinking about the behind the scenes work, okay? And the behind the scenes work has everything to do with conversations. Yes, attraction marketing is a great thing. You can post it in your stories and people are going to be watching, and some people will initiate those conversations. Yes, posting stickers and polls in your stories. That's a great thing. Some people might fill it out and you might just sell something that day, right? Of course, posting in your reels, posting on your TikTok, posting on your Facebook page or in your VIP group, right? Booking those parties consistently. That's great. But none of that happens unless you're working on the behind the scenes work, right? You guys realize that, right? You have to be working on that behind the scenes work in order to push those things forward. When you post something, you got to work your post. When you post something in your stories, you got to pay attention to who's watching and initiate those conversations. Hey, thanks so much for watching my stories. How's it going? Or I haven't talked to you in a while. Or yada, yada, yada. Create some kind of human connection and conversation, because ultimately this is what's going to help you accomplish your goals in the end. Social media has changed so much over the last few years. What you're going to really want to pay attention to, especially, is video. I know you guys love hearing that, but video is going to be one of the number one things that you're going to want to pay attention to. Whether it's short form video, live video, talking head in your stories where you're just talking, right? And just creating those connections. That's going to be the number one thing that you're going to want to focus on, especially on this first quarter. Okay. So if you're doing something right now, okay, comment below if you're using Reels or if you're using stories or if you've gone live. Maybe you don't do it consistently. That's okay. All right. But I want you guys leave a comment below because I'm curious. If you don't have this as a part of your strategy right now, I'm just going to let you know the first quarter is going to go bananas when it comes to video. Bananas. Okay. So how can you show up with video? Of course, you can post your Reels, right? Of course, you can start posting on TikTok. You can go live, all right, in your Facebook group. Who's doing the weekly Girls Night In? That's an awesome new strategy, right? That's an awesome thing that you're doing. I know some of you guys are doing it. Who saw Cecilia's post this morning of the success she had with her New Year's Girls Night In event? Amazing, right? So I want you to really just kind of take yourself out of the equation for a minute. For those of y'all that are like blocking some of this information and thinking, well, you know, in my business, I don't really have to have conversations, right? Well, then that means that everything that you post works, right? That means every time you have a party, you always get sales, right? And bookings and recruits, right? So I want you to really take yourself out for a second, all right? And think, all right? I want you to think, and I want you to work on yourself. How do I become the best version of myself, a better version of myself than what I wasn't, okay? And the only way that you do it is by changing something, even if it's minimal for the first quarter, right? Like I said, picking that business tracker and starting those 5 conversations a day, and then picking one other new thing that you're going to incorporate. What are those 2 new habits that you're going to incorporate, okay, into your daily routine for the next 30 days that's going to bridge the gap, that's going to make a difference from what your success looked like last year versus what it's going to look like this year? All right, guys, this is all I have. Quick 20-minute training for you guys. I'm so excited. Hope you guys are as well. We're going to have some new additional Academy training content coming very, very soon. I'm on recording and editing mode, or I'm recording and I got Amanda editing a bunch of stuff. So I've been really utilizing her a lot. So you've got awesome trainings that are coming up very, very soon for your content. Guys, thank you so much for showing up tonight. Happy Monday, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye, friends.